Hi guys, today we are going to work on using text evidence to draw inferences. Remember, an inference is a guess about something using what we know already and what we learn from reading in our text. So we have a prompt here that's going to ask us to think about something and make an inference. So let's read it. It says, what can you infer about the South Pole when the author says in paragraph 3, grasslands are found all over the world. Only the South Pole does not have one. So let's find that in our text. Paragraph 3. A grassland is one of a kind habitat. Grasslands are found all over the world. Only the South Pole does not have one. So the South Pole is the only place that doesn't have a grassland. So we are going to use this inferencing chart to help us with our thoughts. Now I'm going to say that I read only the South Pole does not have a grassland. Well, let's walk over here to where they talk about the South Pole. Here it says the tundra is a habitat that gets very cold. The world's tundras are all located near or at the North and South Poles. Those are the two coldest places on Earth. So from this paragraph, paragraph 6, I've learned that the South Pole is cold, right? It's one of the coldest places on Earth. So what do I know about the South Pole? Well, I know it's covered in ice and snow, right? That's a tundra. And what do I know about grass? Can grass grow in ice and snow? Think about our winter right now. We have lots of ice and snow on the ground. Do we have green grass growing? We don't. So we know, based on even where we live, that grass needs warm sun and water and dirt, right? So what can I infer? What can I come up with based on what I've read, these facts, and what I know about grass and snowy covered tundras is that the South Pole doesn't have a grassland because it's too cold. And snow covered, right? There's too much snow. Just like right now, we don't have snow or grass outside because we have snow. So the South Pole doesn't have a grassland because it's too cold and it's always icy and covered in snow. And so the author did not come right out and tell us this, but we can make an inference based on what we know already and what we've read in our text. Good job. So we're going to try that one more time. I have another prompt for you. This time I'm not going to help you so much. This one's more about the polar bears and the foxes. So let's read this really quick. It says, reread paragraph 8. It tells that polar bears, foxes, seals, and oxen live on the Arctic tundra. Use evidence from the text to tell what inference you can make about these animals. Okay. It's also telling us to annotate if we want to underline or circle things. So let's find paragraph 8. Here's 6 and 7, so I know I have to turn the page. Oh, no I don't. Read paragraph 8. Where's paragraph 8? Oh, right here. It says, in the winter, even the ground freezes. In the summer, the top layer of soil thaws. The plants and flowers grow. Polar bears, foxes, seals, and oxen all live in the Arctic tundra. What do I know about these animals? I'm going to turn back to where the pictures of them are. Here's the seals. Here's the oxen. Here's some fox. And here was the picture of the polar bear. I'm going to read this caption really quick too to give me some more information. It says polar bears have a thick layer of fat called blubber to keep them warm. They have thick fur too. Their paws are big and wide. That helps them walk on snow and ice. I remember reading about penguins too and how they had blubber and seals to keep them warm, right? So here, our question is, use evidence from the text to tell what inference you can make about these animals. So I read that polar bears have blubber to keep them warm. I also read that they have thick fur and they have big paws to help them walk on the snow and ice. So I'm wondering if those things help them live there. And here we see some other animals that live there. So I know polar bear is not the only creature that lives in the tundra. I know other animals live there. So what can I infer about these other animals? The author does not say all of these adaptations that these animals might have, but I have to infer, or I can guess, that they probably have things that help them survive in that climate as well. The author didn't tell me whether or not they have blubber, and the author didn't tell me that they have big paws and thick fur, but I'm assuming that these animals, since they live in such a harsh environment, that they have ways to stay warm too. So even though they mentioned them living there, the author didn't tell us their ways that they are able to survive, but I can infer that they must have different adaptations or things just like the polar bears and the penguins that keep them warm to be able to survive such an environment. I don't think a crocodile could survive in the tundra or other cold-blooded things, right? I think that they would be way too cold. And if we look at these animals over here from the rainforest, they're used to hot, steamy weather with lots of rain. So I don't think they would be able to survive here. So these animals must have their own special way to be able to survive such a harsh environment. So this is the chart we can use. You can work along with me, help fill it out, see if you can make some inferences about these two reading prompts. They're in your Canvas, and this document is there too for you to write on and submit to your teacher. Great job, guys.